Right, welcome to a boat refurb restoration. So basically we managed to pick this boat up. We've always wanted a boat, long story short, we've always wanted a boat. We managed to pick this one up. It is a Birchwood 22 foot, like a river cruiser type boat. Loads of work needs doing to it. We're not loads of work, we picked it up this morning, we picked it up at Pot Heim and we've just sailed it back to Great Yarmouth. And it got back here okay, a little bit of engine trouble towards the end, but we know we're going to have to clean the carburetors up, check the spark plugs. I'm not sure last time it had a service, so we've got a few bits to do on that side of it. Clean inside, all of this, all needs, like everything needs painting, all the wood needs sanding down, revarnishing, all this needs cleaning up. We've got instruments that's to put in, we've got spare batteries and that to put in. We're just literally about to take out now all these cushion bits. These are all stained up, they've got plenty of stains on them. We've took the curtains down, they're going back to be washed, but once everything's washed in here, it's just all scrubbing. We're going to scrub all this up, all around the windows, all around there. We've got a little kitchen unit sort of in this side, we've got a sink, hob, we've got an oven in there, we've got ourselves a toilet in there. So yeah, like I say, a little bit of work to do on the engine just to make sure it's running tip top, and then it's basically just a lot of cleaning up inside the boat, a lot of sanding down, a lot of repainting. Look at the stereo, look, got a cassette tape player for a stereo. I think it's 1979, I think, the year of this boat. So yeah, this is like pretty much phase one. This is us just getting all the curtains out, getting all these out. The curtains that go on the back, the ones that hang that go all around here, we took them off this morning. All they needed was jet washing. They've all had a jet wash. So next time when we come back on here, you'll see them getting put back up. But again, all the runners and that they go into, all the runners need cleaning out. It's just, I mean, it just needs a good jet wash and a good clean down. So yeah, this is the start of it. Even these will need a good wipe. All the decking, it's just, I mean, it's a boat and it works, doesn't it? It goes. We've just about got back. Like I say, the engine was just, yeah, nearly conking out on us just as we got back into Yarmouth. But I know we've got a bit of work to do, but yeah, it's definitely going to be worth it, and we're definitely going to have a good boat by the end of it. Good morning, boat day. Right, so yesterday we went and picked the boat up. We had that 4-hour drive back in the boat from Pot Heim up to Yarmouth where we moored it. Like I say, we had a bit of trouble on that boat last night, getting it back, the fuel. G was looking into it. G seems to think it's something to do with the air intake. Apparently there's a separate switch on there for a fan, and the fan drives the air through the engine. When we started yesterday morning, the engine was obviously cold, so it was running fine. As soon as the engine started heating up a little bit, that's when we had the problems. So we pulled over, we had a look at the engine a little bit, and we had the covers off. Obviously the engine's cooled down a little bit there, and we carried on. Engine was absolutely fine. Obviously the covers are off, so all the air is getting to the engine. As we've got on our way a little bit, we put the covers back on, and it was only about 10-15 minutes after we put the covers back on that we had a problem with the engine again. So we think it's something to do with the air intake on it. So that's going to be, I don't know, looked at today. I think today's mainly a lot of prepping. I don't know, I was debating whether I've just, oh man, I can't even talk because I'm absolutely shattered. Like I say, we picked it up yesterday. I come home, I think I had about 2 hours sleep and then done a night shift. I've just finished the night shift. I was debating whether to get a bit of kip now and then go to the boat this afternoon, but the boys are all getting there this morning. There's a mechanic's garage there, and we're allowed to use their electric. We spoke to the guy, we've got a little deal going with him, and so we can plug all our electric sanders in to get it sanded down. He's only there till about midday, 1 o'clock. So realistically, the morning is the best time to get there and do a bit of work to it. So that is the plan. I think I'm going to go and pick Tubbsy up. Tubbs giving us a hand today, so I'm going to pick Tubbs up. Then we're going to meet G and Jordan up there. I think we're going to go to McDonald's, get a breakfast. I need something to eat, I tell you. I need something to eat and a cup of tea. Yeah, then we need to get over. I think today's just mainly a lot of prepping. I think it's going to be a lot of sanding, a lot of stripping that wood back, like getting all the cabling off, because we're always going to be putting new coaxing on and all that for cabling. And yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a prepping day today. But yeah, that is the plan. So it's currently 20 to 7 in the morning. Like I said, I'm just about to go and get Tubbsy, and then I will see you when we're down in the boat and we're going to crack on. Like I say, I think we're only going to be there to about 1 o'clock, but there's 4 of us working. So if you think 4 hours work times 4, that's 12 hours really, isn't it? Is it? 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 16 hours. So that's 16 hours of work is going to actually be done on the boat today, which is quite a bit. So yeah, we're hoping to get quite a bit done. Right, I'll see you when we are over at the boat. Oh, well there we are. Well, the boat's still there anyway. Like I say, we tied these on yesterday, and these have all the ropes have held up.
Oh look. Okay.
Is that long enough?
I don't know.
How many have we got? Just the one extension lead?
Yeah, I've got another little piece, but I might turn the boat around.
Yeah.
Put it there, don't get there for a sec. Yeah, I've got another little one, just put it through the window that day.
Yeah. That's alright, well here we go, we're just bringing everything down now. We've got all the sandpapers, we've got electric sanders. Like I say, today is just going to be a day of getting everything all stripped back, getting all the wood stripped back, getting all the old cabling off. So, well, at least the boat's still here. I'll tell you what though, what was getting high, Jordan, that rope's quite tight there. Isn't it? Yeah. Like if it came any higher, I don't even know what time. What time's high tide? I'll have a look in a minute. It's got to be pretty. It's still coming in though, isn't it? Yeah. Right, anyway, we're going to get everything out of the cars now. We're going to get all the sanders out, get everything out, and yeah, we'll start. We'll make a start.
You doing that here, John? You doing that here? All these times we're doing?
Where's the sensor? Oh, well, I'm not going to lie, it's a warm one in that cabin sanding, but we're getting there. These are all sanded down, these doors are all sanded. Like I say, while we got the use of the electrics from that garage today, we're going to get all the electric sanding done we can. And then we just got to do sanding by hand then. But these panels all getting sanded, this is all sanded. Inside it's getting there. Jordan's been out here on the deck, he's done all these rails. It's been done around the wheel. G's sanding on the roof, and he's been on the roof. He's took, oh! So our little, what's it called? Sunroof bit. Our little sunroof bit was all rotten. All the stuff in there was rotten, so we got the standing knife, we cut it all out, which is down here. So this is trash. Look at it. That's all rotten, so that's going. So G just jumped online, he's just ordered one. I think it was £130, I think, and this one that like pops up and pops down. We've took all these chrome bars off that are on the top, the handrails, sanding that down, so the roof's going to be near enough ready for painting. So I think when we're talking about it, top of the roof's going to be painted. We're going to paint the underside of the roof. We're going to get obviously the new sunroof in there. The rest of it, we're thinking just literally a good scrub down and a good like jet wash with the yeah, good jet wash. We're thinking that might bring most of that up.
Yeah, I reckon so.
But we're getting there. We've got a chain on here now. Like I say, when we moored it yesterday, we just had the ropes on there. But just in case. But there was a boat a little bit further up that way. And the kids last year, they got a bit bored one night and they went down. They started cutting ropes on some of the boats. And that was it. Obviously, they're in it. So we've got a chain on it now. So we've got the padlock, chain that goes all the way through. It goes through to where the anchor storage is. And it's got a big padlock on the inside. So we've got to undo that padlock inside, and then that's it, we can go. So if the ropes get cut, at least we're still chained up. At least we're still chained up to the dock. But this ain't a bad little plot where we are here. Like I say, we're in the water. When we looked at one, when we was looking at a boat last year, we was looking at a few mooring spots. And then about, even with this one, we rang a guy, he's got a mooring place up the road. And he wanted £350 for the year, but it's like a dry dock. So once you get alongside in your boat, he then has to drag it out, put it in like his car park area. Then when you want to use the boat again, he's got to put it all in the water for you and That's just in and out hassle, innit? So we spoke to the guy down there where we're moored now, and I think we're paying, I think it's about 600 for the year, something like that it is, and it stays in the water the whole time. And like I say, because there's 3 of us gone in on the boat, it's £200 each. It's absolutely nothing. So even the actual cost, I was going to mention on the last video, the boat. So we paid £4,000 for this boat, which I think is pretty good. Because I had a couple of mates last year, they hired a boat like this to go out on the Broads with, and they paid £1,000 for a week's usage. And we paid what, like 1,300 each, and we own the thing. And then I think we had to get the river licence, I think that was about £100 for the year for the river licence. Insurance is absolutely nothing. It's cheaper to insure a boat than it is to insure a car, I'll tell you that. I think we're only paying like £30–40 each for the year's insurance. So I think all in all, and then obviously like I say, we've ordered the solar panels, we've ordered spare batteries, we've ordered a sonar depth finder, we've ordered some marine paint to paint it. Like as we fit those bits, we go through it. But I think all in all at the moment, I think we're looking at about 2,000 each, just under 2,000 each. And that's for the boats, everything we've bought, the mooring, the insurance, the lights, like everything. That's for everything. So happy days, like I say, considering it costs you like £9,000 just to rent one out for a week. Pfft, happy days. Right, I'll just come out the boat. I thought if I do this bit of video, I can get a bit of fresh air. Like I say, I've got to be masking out. I've had my mask on most of the day sanding. So yeah, it's all good, it's all good. So right, we're going to crack on. We're going to get a bit more of this sanded down.
Another 2 hours with the electric.
Right, we've got another 2 hours left we can use this guy's electrics for, then he shuts his garage up. So then hopefully tomorrow it's just like any bits that we can't get to with the electric sanders, just do the hand sanding. And then we're hoping Monday we can come in, wipe it down and start getting the inside painted. Like I say, all the curtains that were around the back of it, they got taken off yesterday. Took it back to G's, his missus, she's got the pressure washer out and washed all them down. They've come up alright. All the cushions on the seating, they've come out, they went back, they're all being washed down. So as soon as it'll probably take a couple of days for them to dry out because they're quite a thick sponge, but they go back in there. Like I say, I was looking a bit at this window this morning. The windows are all fine, they're not too bad, but like I say, we've just got a bit of like, just where it's been not neglected, but do you know what I mean? Nothing's been done with it really, it's just been left. But like I say, once all that's out, we'll like put some grease in there, oil the windows up a bit, get them all sliding. Just 1 minute slow process, but we give ourselves about 2 weeks to get everything up and running exactly how we want it, and I think we're going to get there. So I better put the camera down, I better crack on so we can like I say, yeah, we've got 2 hours left of electrics, so yeah, let's crack on. Oh right, well that's it, it's coming up to midday. We're just starting to tidy down a little bit now, but everything, we've got all the sanding done inside, everything inside is all sanded, all ready to wipe down. We're going to wipe it all down, hoover it all out in there, so that's all ready to paint. Top's all been taken off, these have all been sanded down, so this top's ready to paint. We're just going to take that light off, paint all this, paint the underside. So once that's all painted, inside's painted, I think we're just going over it first. I think we're just doing the white paint inside. We've got like a marine paint and it stops like dampness getting through, so we're going to do everything white inside with that marine paint, and then we're going to choose a colour. I think we're going to stick with like a light blue. So I think the curtains are dark blue, the cushions are dark blue. So I think we're going to get a light blue paint to do all that. Yeah, we're just packing everything down now. But we've had a few hours, like I say, I'm absolutely shattered. I need to get home and get some sleep before work tonight. But like I say, it's just step by step, innit, bit by bit, step by step, and we will get there. So, right, let's carry on getting all this out. This is all rubbish. So we've got the old carpet here, all the carpet that was on the floor, that's all come out. We're going to get some bit of lino in that from B&Q, redo the floor in the galley bit, redo the floor in the day head. We're going to get all that done, bit of lino. So that's it, innit? Just bit by bit, step by step, and we will get there. Right, well I will see you the next time we are down here doing some work on the boat. Well, good morning. Going back to the boat today. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday we've done all the sanding, we've got everything inside sanded down. We've got a lot of the roof bit prepped, a lot of the silver bars and all that taken off, ready for prepping, ready for painting the roof. So we're going back today. We're just basically going to get some wet cloths and that, wipe everything down inside. Obviously where we're sanding there's dust and that everywhere now. Obviously you can't paint over the top of that. So we're going back today, we've got wet cloths, we're going to wipe everything down inside, everything. I'm going to try and clean those windows up a little bit today as well. I've grabbed an old nail brush. I'm going to try and get all the moss from outside inside those windows so they run a bit smoother. G's going to do a bit of work on the engine today as well. I believe he's going to change the gasket, the seal. I believe he's bought a new seal for that, so he's going to take the head off the engine. Obviously that's the first time we actually look inside the engine when he takes the head off as well. So he's going to take the head off the engine, we're going to look inside that, we're going to put the new gasket on there, the new seal, put that back down. I think he's going to clean the carburetor up, do a bit of clean on the carburetor. Oil, when that's been checked, he did check he had a look at the oil yesterday, but I think he's going to go back over it again today. So he's going to concentrate more on the engine side of it, which obviously I will show a bit on the camera. I think G's other half, I think she's coming down today as well. So I think me and her are going to do a lot of the cleaning inside. Jordan, he's on, I think he's on grass cutting duty. So the guy we're running that mooring site off, like I say yesterday, we used his garage all morning. We used all the electrics, all the power. The same Monday, we're going to be using his water Monday because we're doing the pressure washing. So we said to him, he's got a bit of land there, a bit of overgrown, it's all like getting a bit out of hand. So we said to him, like, if we can use his electric and use his water, then we give that a little trim up, a little tidy up for him. So I think Jordan's on strimming duty today. I think he's doing a bit of strimming. I think me and Tina are inside the boat, we're going to do a lot of cleaning down, and I think G's working on the engine, and that should all be ready then for the painting inside. That's the plan. I drove past the boat this morning because we turned it round yesterday. I forgot to say on the camera, I don't know, for you eagle-eyed viewers, you'd have noticed that the boat was facing that way, but when we done the last video, it was facing that way. Yeah, we started the engine up, we just took it out, we spun it round, and it's facing the other way. So I drove past it this morning on my way home from work. It's all still moored up, it's all still tied up, it's all secure still, which is good. It's now 10 to 8, I think G said he's getting there about 8 o'clock, so I'm literally just about to leave. I'm just going to grab a couple of bits. I've got some cleaning stuff in that here. What we've got in there, we've got a bucket in here. I've got some Cynic Bang, got some sponges, got my nail brush, cut the J-cloths, blah blah blah. So I'm going to take that down and yeah, let's give this boat a good scrub and let's get it all ready for the painting tomorrow. Right, I'll see you when I'm down at the boat.
Which is there, that one there, and this one on here, and it should light up. Should light up.
Yep, look at that, we now got plug sockets.
Yeah, right. Let's,
happy days, we now got power on the boat.
Shit.
Yeah, I've done that twice already.
Right, where's the Hoover? Let me see if the Hoover works on them batteries.
Yeah, are we going to need to, oh yeah.
I don't know if it's got to be a leisure. Hold this, Dave.
Right, so we're taking all these light units off because obviously this one needs to be sanded down and ready for painting. I was at a screwdriver on here, but you know what? This is so corroded, so rusted. There's absolutely no way that's gonna. There's no way. What I want to do is actually snip the wire, yeah, and eventually we can stick it there. Just put a new connector on it. That's the only way. I'll stick that there. Leaves it a bit, and then what we can do is we can just stick the ones underneath when we're ready and then just connect them straight on there. And we'll do the same here with this white one, because again that don't want to know. Right, that's the light fitting off. So that's that light fitting off. We've got the front spotlight off. I'm going to pull these wires all through, get this back on to keep it watertight, and then we can start getting that sanded down then, start getting this ready for the painting. Right, what we've got going on in here then, G? Is this where we had that little water leak? Was it leaking from the pump, yeah? So in the bottom, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but in the bottom there's a slight bit of water in there, and when we had this lid off the other day, just where the seal was on the water pump going to the pipe, it was just a little drip, 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 but it was just enough obviously to get a bit of water down the bottom there. So what you've done, you've taken the whole water pump off.
Yeah, put a new gasket on it.
Yeah, I'll show you down there when
New gasket on it.
So the water pump is what this
this bit here. Fan belt.
And that's what you're doing, new gasket on the water pump.
Yeah, I'm just going to put a new gasket on it.
Yeah, I think that's all
and a new thermostat on it.
That's all that little. And that's just all that little. I mean, it's not a major bit of water, but it's just obviously it shouldn't. Yeah, it's annoying. It shouldn't be leaking, should it? Right, lights are off the top now. I'll just start scrubbing it. I'm going to sand this one with the back box. I'm going to sand that down a little bit, and then we can paint that. That's the one that the this spotlight was in. Oh, I'll tell you what, I took that off. It's still a little bit on there now. I've got the nail brush out, but the amount of algae and green, oh mate, absolutely disgusting in there. So I'm going to get them all ready, so when we do the painting, that can be painted to go back on top. And that spotlight, what we're going to do is we've got some new like halogen strip light. So where that spotlight was on the front, we're going to put the new strip light on the front, and that spotlight we're now going to put on the back. So this light here has to go on the back, because this is, I think, our anchor light and all the rest of it. When the anchor's down, that flashes, and etc, etc. But we're going to put that big round spotlight here, that one needs cleaning up as well. We're going to put that on the back of the boat so it actually shines down, we can point it down. So we're using it for fishing at night and it's dark, and obviously we've got a nice spotlight coming down on the back of the deck there as well. Right, let's get this all cleaned up. Jordan's up there. Look, this is what I was saying earlier about the trimming. So this is all belongs to that guy, and because he was letting them use the power yesterday and all that, look, we brought the old petrol trimmers down, and we're yeah, Jordan's going to make his way through all of that. Just cut it down for him, do you know what I mean? Just make it look a bit tidier, innit? Like I say, he's done us a favour, so we're doing him a little favour. That's how things go in life, innit? Favour for a favour. Right, let's start getting this light cleaned down. We've got Tina's inside, she's cleaning all the stuff out. Are you on that moss there, Tina? You getting all the moss out the window?
Yeah.
Oh, look, that's all starting to come out. And then hopefully then, oh, that's sliding better already, innit?
Yeah.
Look at that, look. Like I say, these are all little fiddly bits now. Yesterday all the sanding was bulk bits, you know what I mean? You get the sanders, it's all bulk. Now it's all the little fiddly bits. Cleaning all the little runners up, cleaning all these lights up. Like I say, G's doing that water pump down there. All he's done is she's undone the whole unit, took it off, and he's going to put a new seal around it, connect it back on. And that should stop that little bit of dripping then. Right, I've said it about 4 times now. I'll keep procrastinating. Let's get this light cleaned up. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, that's come up like a brand new light, that has. Right, that's the clamp that was on it, which was covered in all algae and all the rest of it. Look at that. And then the lamp itself, look at that, look. That's come up like a brand new light. So that's alright, I don't think that's going to need anything doing to it. So all I've got to do, that casing's come up alright, that casing's come up alright. So it's just this is the only bit I'm going to sand that down, and that'll be ready for painting, and then everything will all look brand new then, won't it? Oh yes, happy days. Happy days on the summer days boat. Let's see how G, how you getting on in here, G?
What?
How you getting on in here? I heard you say something about you suss where it was.
No, I know where it was leaking from.
Yeah.
It's definitely shot. But
Well, the gasket itself on
yeah,
it,
the
yeah.
gasket's completely it's literally fell to bits.
Oh fucking hell, yeah, bloody hell.
But I need to try to find the right part for it. So.
Yeah, that's the trouble. It's what we were saying earlier. Although we were saying earlier, because it's a 1979 boat, obviously parts just aren't on the shelf. You can't just go into bloody, it ain't like a normal engine. You can't just go into Halfords and buy a part for the engine. But G found a place online earlier, and they still specialise in this boat and still make parts for this boat. So not all the parts are obsolete. So yeah, I think, well, at the end of the day, once he looked at the engine, he'll make a list of all the parts he needs, and then we get in touch with him. I think that's how we ordered the gasket off, for the main gasket for the engine, and I think that's being delivered, I think tomorrow. What's today? Today's Sunday. Yeah, so I've only got one more night shift tonight. Oh, night shift there. Get tonight done, and then that's it. I've got Monday and Tuesday off work, so I ain't got to disappear early to go home and get a bit of kip and get ready for work. I can actually spend a full day down there. Right, let's carry on, because there ain't no little welves that are going to do it for us. Well, we have to crack on and get this done. And that sun is out as well. Roasting hot day today. Right, let's crack on. Right, so a bit more problem with the engine than we thought. We think there's what we're getting in with the oil. No, not even a gasket on it. The bit that separates the two, there's not even a gasket or anything on there. So that's where it was leaking from. So we've got a few bits out over here now. This yeah, all these bits here, no gasket in between that bit. Well, there was that bit, but the main rubber bit was all snapped. That spring should be springing. That's seized up, that ain't even springing. There was no gasket on there, do you know what I mean? So engine's in a few parts, but like we say, we got that thing now, that company G found earlier, that's got all the parts for it. So hopefully we can get some of them. So that's the engine side of it today. Grass side of it, that's coming on alright. We're doing a good little job for matey. This was wild earlier, wild. Look at it now, look, we've cut that right back for him. Right back. So we're just getting a few of these weeds out and that, and then we're going to get the broom, sweep the whole path down so the path's nice and clear. And that's it. So I think once Tina's kind of finished on the inside, wiping the inside down, I think we're going to be calling it a day. And then really, like I say, I need to get home anyway, I need to get a bit of kit before work tonight. I definitely need a bit of sleep before work. G can't do nothing with the engine until he's ordered those parts. Everything, all that light fittings, they're all out there. Everything's all up there. Right, I'm going to get the broom, sweep that path down a bit, and then yeah, and I think I'm going to be calling it a day for today. Go and get some sleep, man, I'm shattered. Right, our next plan for tomorrow is get the whole boat jet washed down, get this rubbed down the top, get the top painted, get the chrome rails put back on, so that'll then be dry for when the sunroof arrives. We can get the sunroof back in. We can get the new lights on the front, we can get the spotlights and that back on the back, the ones I cleaned up today. So they're all going back on. So hopefully by the end of tomorrow, the roof is kind of complete, apart from the sunroof. And then this top bit's done. Like I say, G's missus is inside today, she's wiped down everything we sanded yesterday. So that's all ready for painting inside. So we're getting there. Slowly but slowly we're getting there. And obviously the other main thing we've done today as well, which wasn't even part of the boat, but we said we'd do the guy a favour. Look at that, that looks 100 times better than it was. That's 100 times better. It's bloody up here these were where we got here, do you know what I mean? So that's it, so that's the next little bit done. So I will see you tomorrow when we come back to give it all a pressure wash, get the roof rubbed down, get the roof painted. Yeah, see you. I'm going home now, shower, sleep before work. Right, I'll see you tomorrow.